I should grab a bottle.
All right, so the main website for this is edu.glogster.com.
Is that on here?
Yes, I created a handout this time, which I should have for the kid blog. So this kind of gives you a step-by-step of how to set one up. It gives you things that I use it for. I also put my contact info on in case you are interested in creating your own or having the students create their own. So the look of it is kind of like a poster where you can have subtitles or captions, and I put on little links then to either videos or interactive websites. Some of them are ones that I put on through ViewPure as opposed to YouTube. I like using the ViewPure thing. Some are from Brain Pop, some are from, say, like National Geographic or History Channel, things like that. When I take the kids in to do this, I take them into the lab. They bring either earbuds or headphones with them, and if not, the lab has extras. And with it, I give them a question sheet, so specific things they're looking for. So they're not just exploring randomly, that they have a purpose. I do this before I start a chapter, so it's kind of like a preview or a pre-reading activity, just to kind of get a little background knowledge and get familiar with the topic. So I give them 15 questions with just like fill in the blank of a sentence and they're finding some specific thing. So it's either in a video on one of the links to a website or in a caption right on the page.
Boy, one-to-one school, this would be awesome.
Yeah. So again, here's the look of it. So when you click on, the click here things, then they will take you to another place. And sometimes it's not always right on the word here. Like as you can see, there's little circles going out, and it says www. So then when you click, then it goes to your little interactive website or your video, etc. When you click on the pictures, they become bigger, which is really helpful because some of my questions are based on looking at a map. So then they can highlight it and make it bigger. So maybe Panama Canal, things like that. So this is the most recent one that I did, Central America and the Caribbean. So I've done several for other chapters. So I just put it as a link on my Plus portal, and then they can click it and open it. So I found that really easy for them to all log on. So this is the current one that we've done. And to go along with what we've been talking about with citations, you can put attachments on. So then I do attach all my citations for whether it's a picture or where I got my links from. So I am.
And you just did that attachment?
Yeah, it's in a document.
Just a regular
Yep,
Google.
like a Microsoft Word doc,
Word.
and then you can upload it.
Okay.
So,
And this is free.
yes. Yep, you can choose like free educator, and then you can create your own. Here are some past ones that I've done. So I've done them for other of our chapters for social studies like Mexico, Canada, United States. Right now we're in the Americas. I did one for religion on saints for All Saints Day. So we did that as a group. I can pull that one up. And so same thing, we all got our headphones and they did a little scavenger hunt for learning about the saints for All Saints Day.
That seems to load pretty fast. I mean,
Oh,
considering
yeah.
our stupid network is
Yeah.
so slow.
Sometimes there's a little Adobe flash box that says like allow or deny,
Yeah,
and
when
you
I
just
looked
click
at your-
deny and that's fine. What I used it for in my grad school is this one. And this is then using it as a product. So maybe this could be a project option for students to create one if you are doing other things for them as options that are tech related, say like a VoiceThread or Animoto or a Prezi or a PowerPoint. So we had to read an article, and then we did a 3-2-1 framework for it. So like 3 things you learn, 2 questions you have, and then 1 takeaway. So this was created, I don't know, a couple months ago, a couple weeks ago. So I just did pictures to represent my concepts. I put the little subtitles for the things I learned. I did links to videos about digital literacy. And then just because you can't have a lot of text, it's more like captions or subtitles, so to explain my thinking more for my grad class, I then attached a reflection here that then they could open up, and it was more like a 2-page reflection paper, so just a little bit more info. Okay. I can show you how to create one, and I always use the templates because I'm a template fan. It's done for you. You can still alter it as needed. So, I'm already in my account. I'm already logged in. You provide just an email and a password. You create a username. They have not been sending me a lot of spam or crazy things, so that's really awesome. So you go to Create New Blog, and here are the different templates that you can choose. So I will just click on one of these guys here. So it pops up blank, so then you can start entering in whether it's a subtitle or a caption, etc. So this little guy pops up, so you just click deny a couple times. And up here are all the things that you can upload. So if you have a document like I did, like a Microsoft Word document for whether it's a reflection or citations, that is uploaded here under text. Also, under text are your little bubble guys that you can add. So like say I want to add one of these little speech bubbles for a subtitle. I click it and then say use it, and then he pops up. So then I can have one of these little thought bubble guys. Hi, Jean.
Well, it took me this long to get my car
Scraped
somewhat
off.
scraped off.
Oh
Oh yeah, it's just, that's why I said we canceled all our practices and everything.
no!
Yeah, me too.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Well, thank you for coming. All right. So, I have a little sheet for you. Okay.
I don't even know what this is. What is this? I don't even know what this is.
Okay. I can, while I'm breaking the computer. Okay. Gina, I can show you a finished product one that I have.
Well, I looked at the thing, so
Yeah.
I kind of saw what it was, but what is it? I just don't even know what
Okay.
it is.
It's like an interactive poster. So when you look at it, you have pictures and captions, and then you can click on different links that I put on there to then a video or an interactive website.
Okay.
So I use it as a pre-reading activity. So before we start a chapter, I use it that way for social studies. So before we learned about the Caribbean and Central America, we did this to start background knowledge and everything. I've also used it in religion, like for All Saints Day, so kind of like a special topic type of thing. So I'm now going over how to create one.
Where do they access something like this?
I put it on my Plus portal. Let me get back into there. So they go to my, whether it's social studies or religion page, and then they just click on it through here, and then it gets them to the website. So that's a way that they can all log on at the same time. I take them into the computer lab. They have earbuds or headphones that then they can listen to videos, etc. So, how I create one. This is a template, and I've been using their template a lot. They have lots of them, and you can still alter them regardless. So, I added already a little bubble. So how you can alter it are these little arrows, so I can make it smaller or bigger. I can even flip it to turn it, angle it. And then I just click on it to enter in my text. So I can do whatever, right? Like All Saints Day, or whatever I'm looking at. I can alter the text to make it bigger with this little guy here. It can be really large or smaller. Here's all the different fonts that you can choose from here. And then here is where you put a hyperlink. So like when I said click here, then I would highlight the word here, and then in the hyperlink, then I would put whatever website or video that then they're going to
And that
click
was
to.
under the text part, right?
Yep. So when you highlight a piece of text, then you can make certain things hyperlinks. Now, if I want to add a picture, it could be one that I have there already. So under tools, I could go to image. And here's some that I've used already. So say I'm going to use, like this is St. Cecilia here. So I click on it, click use it, it pops up. So again, I can change its size or whatever.
Now,
Yes.
can I see that? Move that up. Now, you know, with our other things that we were adding on the blog, we couldn't show the pictures, we only had to have the URL, so how does that work with this?
This is a picture that I'm showing to them, and then I have under here I put my citations for it. So under attachments, I upload myself a Microsoft Word document for all my citations. So this is me creating something that then the kids explore. So far I haven't used it for them as like a product that they're creating. That's maybe something
I
I'm
know.
working later.
I just wondered if, we had to just worry about that, or he put it
She
in.
does a list of something.
Yeah, I can
just
show
as
you
an
my other
attachment.
one. Yeah, so like here, this is my finished product one that I've used a couple weeks ago. So under here, I have my citations for where they all come from. So then if you wanted to then go directly there, they're there. And then I have citations for like the pictures and where I got the websites and things like that. So I just upload it as an attachment myself, as opposed to being directly under it. So. Okay. Let's see. So if I want to do that, upload my citations. That's under data. So then here are my citations that I had before for the Saints. Then I would upload my Word document, and then it appears here as attachments under the paperclip. So in creating one, since these that I've uploaded are ones that are already saved that I have already, when I go to then look for pictures, let's say I want to find a picture of, let's say, like St. Patrick. So I go under images, that one looks nice, there he is. So then I go save it under like a desktop, and then I go and upload it then to the website. So then like file, save image as, I'll just save it under desktop. Okay. Now I'm going to go back onto my Glogster, so I can upload from my desktop. There it is. So now it's under my Glogster, and under image, there's the St. Patrick. And there he is. And I can resize it down. And then for my citations, I then just take all of my links and then put them onto then a Word document, and then I upload it then onto the Glogster. So I can resize it or tilt
See, I never made it, I was gone the other night. Did anybody go to that one on citations?
I got there
You went on
late.
Tuesday, right?
Yeah, I got there late though, so I think they've gone over everything. They're still trying to figure out a
Who's
format
gonna
that
do
we're
what?
all gonna use
We'll
and
see.
make
It's
everything
gotta
be
be
the
grade
same.
appropriate, yeah.
Yeah, because they think they should start them in 3rd grade and go up from there. And
We'll
even
see.
kindergarten, they said they should
But
be
see,
able to cite the picture.
I think that you can just drop these things into like Easy Bib or something like that, and then it will just format it for you. I know. Mary Ann's supposed to doesn't really like that, but it looks pretty cool to me. You know, you can just
I
throw
know.
that in.
Yeah, I know
But I
there's
just
different.
wondered if we had to, you know, I haven't heard enough, but Mary Trent's always kind of saying that we gotta be doing that.
I think if you would at least have the URL, you would be, at least be covered that much.
Yeah, I mean, there's
Especially for
Easy
pictures.
Bib, Citation Machine,
Yeah, that's
so
fine.
yeah, all those that you can kind of just plug in your
Yeah.
info.
Well, the kids were showing me, because I didn't know this, but they were showing me, you can just put the URL into one place, and then you don't even have to type, and I always kind of type the info in,
Oh,
but there was one where you just put the URL and then it automatically did it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a lot of sites that are doing those kind of automatically for you, like you just enter in, one little bit or something
Which is
and they
really,
can
which is
transform
really
it for
nice.
you.
Like,
Oh.
Connor Milton showed us yesterday that if there was a change, then you could, it was pretty nice, because I knew that, at our level. But I haven't been to that one, so I've just heard bits and snatches of what they.
Nothing has really been decided on it.
Okay, so.
They have little template things in here, so if I want to change it, I can just highlight and delete as needed. So if I wanted to put, say, a link up, then I would just say, like, whatever, click here for St. Patrick. So I'm going to highlight the word here, and I can just click back on my link where I had the St. Patrick item. So copy and paste it into here.
So you can highlight any word that you want.
Yeah.
Correct. So if I don't want to do that whole sentence, I can just do the word here, and then
Or
when
I
I
could
or
say, you
St.
could say,
Patrick.
you could click on St. Patrick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Click on the saint below or whatever, and you can
Yeah.
have someone
You can
screenshot it or
format,
whatever.
however you want. So then when they click that, that could take you to a picture, to a video,
You could
to a
probably-
website,
So
whatever.
do they just kind of see one page when they're looking at this? When you
It's
come
like
to
a
this thing,
poster.
It's like a poster.
Yeah, so like here's a finished one that we did recently on Central America and the Caribbean. So they can look at pictures. When you click on it, it can be made bigger for
So that's
you.
basically all they see is just that, it's all right there.
This
It's like
way.
a placemat almost.
No,
Yeah.
it's neat. I mean, well, I was just thinking, you always try to think, well, where would you use it? Because I looked at it today when you sent it over, and I was thinking, it'd be great for like background for the crucible. Because there's so much stuff that I have to get them up to speed with, and if they,
Mm-hmm. You can
like
do that for a
art-
day, just,
Yeah.
there you go, all the stuff you need to know.
Or they could do it at home. I mean, look
Yeah.
at, I mean,
Yeah.
Give them as an
they,
assignment.
most of them have.
And then you have questions that go along with this, do they get like a scavenger hunt kind
Yep,
of?
so,
There you go.
yeah, so I give them this little document. So I give them 15 questions, and it's fill in the blank. So like, whatever, a blank is a narrow strip of land that connects two larger land areas. So if they see it here in a caption, it's there for them. Or some of them you maybe need to listen to a video or go to a website for, like here. Blank first coined the term Indian since he thought he had sailed to India. That's Christopher Columbus. And then they had to watch the video here about Christopher Columbus from Brain Pop in order to figure that one out. So some of them are
So
right
your-
there, and some they have to search for
Your
more.
link that goes to Brain Pop, then do they have to log into Brain Pop when they click on that?
Yep, and it's here on the board.
Sure,
And
okay.
I mean, they've been in Explore
I
for
like
Computer,
this.
and we've done this enough of times that now they know, Kemper Catholic.
Well, I like your idea of Brain Pop too, because I'm just sitting here thinking how you could use it, but even on essays, I should have different captions like, here are all the, wouldn't that be great? All the different brain pops, and you're having trouble with this one.
Yeah.
Go to this
Yeah.
one. Because it's too simple sometimes to go through with everybody, but then somebody will be having an error.
Yeah.
Yeah. So where I first got the idea, Jean, was in my grad school class, and this was one that we then created like as a product, as opposed to what I use it for here in class, which is more of like a pre-reading thing that they explore. So I can go back and show
So you
you
can almost do it
that.
as a project for them too, like they could use this to present their information, which I kind of like. If you could get them to do this,
Mhm.
it's a
And
lot.
I think it's really
Or maybe
user-friendly.
even like a group thing.
I mean, I feel like at the middle school or the high school level, they could create their own. I feel like it's pretty user-friendly.
Well, I think it's like anything else. First, I would have to feel comfortable enough with it. Although that's not necessarily true, because I did have kids rush off and do things
Oh, yeah.
ahead of me.
I have to. You just show them once and then you don't even sure about it, they go check it all out,
That
they're good to go.
game thing that they recommend. There's just so much stuff I can't always handle.
Oh, I know.
every week Mary Trail just like, oh, I found this new thing, I haven't even got the old thing, so.
I saw it up in the upper corner, you had public for everyone or
Oh, or
private.
private, yeah, what was up with that?
Oh, yeah. I just can alter the settings, so like here this says finished private, so you can mark to say finished or unfinished. So that's a little note to me to be like, oh, I need to update this one more. Private is then just for people who have the link, and if it's public, people can like search within the website. So like if you're looking for inspiration to say like, oh, I'm looking for social studies things, like show me
They could
things
look
on
at
your
yours?
students. Yeah. So then they could look at it as a sample or something. So whenever I'm done with mine, with my students, then I change it back to private, just to, I don't know.
Keep it from
Keep-
other
So
keep
people.
it-
that's up in the settings.
Yeah.
Well, if it's private, couldn't you keep it just to the people that can access it to the portal in your class? Would that be private or is that public?
No, then that becomes public. Yeah. So this is what I created in my grad class. So this is using it as a product. So we had to read an article and then do a 3-2-1 of 3 things we learned, 2 things we had a question about, and then 1 application. So in the little bubbles, I did those 3-2-1 framework things that I read about, and then I had little links to digital literacy videos, and then just to expand on my ideas more, just because you can't put in a lot of text, I wanted to explain my question, my takeaway, and my learning more. So then up here, I just added in a reflection paper as an attachment. So this is something that a student could do as like a project, because then they can show their thinking in a visual way, and if you want them to expand on their ideas more, then they could upload a document as an attachment. So that could also work.
Well, I guess it is.
So how do you save the one that you made?
Let's go back. Let's go to...
Like the one you
Yeah.
have is the.
Okay. So I'll say like saints or something.
So if there's other ones you can look at on there, can you just, I mean, if there's one that works, could you save it for yourself somehow if somebody else's that you liked?
Let me go back to that. Well, when I go into it, I have to click edit, and then they give you the different options to save. So I'll look at the saving first, and then
Okay.
I'll go on to your question.
Okay.
So, okay. So if I want to edit it, up here at the top, I can click edit. And then I can go in and make my changes. Maybe I want to update something or remove something, etc. So up here in the top, they give you save, and then it'll give you the different options. And that guy keeps popping up for the Adobe Flash Player. So save. And then it asks you to name it, and then that kind of becomes your keyword here at the end. So you can give it a category, so like a content area, and then you can give it even a grade level, since this is an educator-friendly website, and then you can tag it to say like more
Ribbon
information or
saints
whatever. Yep, so then you can click on different settings, so like finished or unfinished. So then that can let me know to be like, I need to update this more, or this one is done. And then you can go to ones here that then make it public or private. And so then when you're good with it, then you just click finish saving. So the URL is then always your username.edu.glogster.com and then / whatever you titled it. So like Saints United States or whatever. So that is how to save. To search, you can look under, these different little tabs here, and that can also then be something for you as a teacher, like it says classes, so like you could divide them by classes. You could divide them under students, so like they can each create their little own account there. Tour kind of tells tells you more about Glogster, its key features, how to use it, etc. Blogpedia. So here, it says all blogs, like 3,000 or something.
Okay,
So
so maybe
then-
that's where you could find.
Yeah, so then you can click under, seeing, oh, here's a social studies history one, or here's one about animals in the
Can I
ocean.
see the one up there about English?
Okay, reading comprehension. Okay. So you'll see up here at the top for each blog, she said it's language arts, it's reading comprehension related, it's for her 3rd graders, and it's public. So then we can view it.
This one here is for a 3rd grade?
Yeah.
Trees? Oh, it must be not, that must not be a tree growing in Brooklyn.
No, probably not.
Oh, I see, perfect.
Hey, see Brain Pub over there, Annie and Roby.
Yeah, that's the Brain Pub Junior or
Mhm.
something. So then you can view other people's, get a little inspiration if you want to. So here she has a hyperlink, she has a little picture, she has learning from Annie and Moby with Brain Pop Junior, she has little
I hate
videos.
those characters. I mean, the stuff they say is so good, but it's so annoying after a while.
No, Moby, we watched one.
The
today.
little
That was really
beeping,
actually
yeah, we
kinda
did a
funny.
verb one
Well,
time.
we watch a lot of them in science.
Well, they're good, but it's annoying.
The etymology one,
That was
where he
fascinating.
gives him the gift of speech, and he keeps
And
asking
he
him
can
for
talk.
$50.
I've never heard Moby talk before.
He
It's
did.
always
Oh,
funny.
Which one is it?
He programs him to let him, for etymology,
Like
for the
word
origin of
origins?
words. And so he gives him
He
the gift of
talks.
speech, and Moby's just sitting there going, give me $50, give me $50.
Did Alex Stout see that one? Did that blow him away? Well, we could talk.
Moby could talk. And then he makes him to not talk. He bumps him back up and takes him away, and then Moby's all sad.
Poor Moby.
Like, the 6th graders love those things.
Oh, 8th graders.
Well, they're good to a point, and then after that, they're just
I
annoying.
Well,
know.
the science content is really good. I don't know
Yeah,
about
I-
the English.
I'm not
Language
saying
arts
it's
is
not-
good.
I'm not saying
I'm-
the
And
content-
especially for grammar, I love using it because
Oh,
it's
yeah.
hard to give a visual to say like
It really
direct
is.
objects or
Yeah.
verb tenses.
And they
so
do a
then it's
nice
nice
job.
to highlight
So
those
whenever I
things.
can just use it, it's like, okay, here it is.
There's so much content in them for only 5 minutes,
Yeah.
videos, so
That's
it's
awesome.
yeah. So,
I just wish they had different people or something. It's annoying.
We got it.
not a
don't like
beeping
it.
robot that goes beep, 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 beep.
Maybe did a high school version.
Yeah.
It's called Khan Academy.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it was. So
So
like if I liked that one though, and that was covering everything I needed, I could just go there. I could
you
use that
could
one.
give them the link then.
Right, for them to use that one.
Mhm.
Cool.
So like this person on here, put like a little assignment for them to complete
Mhm.
after looking at it. She has a little wall with different language arts items, and she has here to say, click to read and do activities for clicking for audio, writing a haiku. So yeah, you can view then other people's there too. That's under Blogpedia.
How long does it take you to set one of these up?
Now that I've done it several times, not bad.
No, give me time.
An hour.
For the Caribbean one?
Yeah, I'd say an hour.
That's not bad at all.
No.
You got a lot of content.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if we look back at here, it's just, the hard part is not plugging it in. The hard part is just searching for what you want.
Right.
Yeah.
So me going on YouTube or National Geographic or Brain Pop to be like, Christopher Columbus.
I mean, you
Panama
almost need like a
Canal.
list of, this is what I'm gonna put on there ahead of
Yeah.
time.
Yeah,
And then you're
yeah.
looking for a certain thing,
An
because
outline,
otherwise you would
yeah.
drive yourself insane. And I was thinking like you could do the same thing every time, okay, so this, and whatever your topic is, okay, I'm gonna
Like
have
use the
something
same
with
template?
a map, I'm going to have something with, just, it's the same thing, but it's just towards a different theme all
Oh,
the time.
huge, yeah. I mean, it's just searching and finding the information. So, I mean, like you guys saw, putting in a hyperlink or, putting in a...
Yes.
All right. I don't want
I got a dog.
We were interrupted by ice cream, okay?
So So yeah, I mean, just typing captions or just putting in pictures and then, you know, just keeping my citation for it is not too time consuming. The longer part of the process is just searching to say, you know, where am I going to get, you know, a video from, or which picture do I want to use on Christopher Columbus or whatever.
So if you say it's finished, can you go back in though and do stuff to it even though you say
Then
it's
I
finished?
just click edit.
Right, okay.
Pretty much that tag of finished is for your benefit.
It's just for her to know.
Well, other people can see it too, I
It's
guess,
still
you know, like how hers
editable.
says
I see.
public for all, but you can still go back in and edit. You know.
She can.
Yeah, like see, I don't have the option to edit
Right.
this person's.
Right.
I can only edit my own, so.
I think free units would be really
And
cool.
Glogpedia is where you found other people's.
Yes, Wikipedia up here at the top. Yeah. So I gave you tips about how to put in a hyperlink, how to change font color or size, how to enter text and pictures, how to create one.
What age groups would this be for?
Billions.
Everybody.
I mean, because I've got some, you know, more elementary grades in there.
Oh my gosh, yes. This is third grade, right here.
Well, the teacher made it. You mean for
Right.
them to make the product?
For the, you know, you said units, like, is this something the kids would produce or something the teacher
Well,
produces to?
Either
Teacher
way.
produced, but we thought it could be a project
Right.
also. But that project, that would be older kids.
Yeah.
No, I was thinking of like developing a unit that I could give, like a
To
first
them,
grader.
then yes, you could go even younger.
Oh.
I mean, as long as they can work on things. You're
Thank
good
you.
to go.
Yeah, thanks, Mary. Yeah, I mean, it's just searching like a scavenger hunt. What I use it for to preview a unit. So they put on their headphones or their earbuds, they go through and they click, and then there's a video that they can watch about
Show
Shamrock
her your
Canal.
worksheet.
Okay, so they get a little sheet for like a scavenger hunt
Oh,
to
okay.
pre-read before we start a chapter, so then they're looking for specific items, so it's not just like random clicking and searching. But I do tell them if you don't finish in the class time, because I don't know people's internet access at home, so then I say just do a regular Google search or just look it up in your
Oh.
encyclopedia if you don't get done.
To
So
be
it
able
is
to
an
answer
assignment.
that.
Yeah.
See, I think it'd be cool for a novel. I mean, I think you could do anything for a unit, and I want to do it for like units for us. So you'd
See,
have
I've
like
got a group of
6.
first graders now doing Helen Keller,
Oh yeah, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
and I could see them really getting into.
So you
And
could put
listening.
pictures in of her life, you can put, you know,
Well,
little,
even, I was
caption
even thinking of
things.
segments from the book,
Mm-hmm.
you know, that shows particular things.
yeah,
Yeah,
because
this is
then,
cool.
then it's a project a student could even create based on a novel. So they could put in, you know, pictures of Helen Keller or pictures that represent the setting or characters or something, and then have little captions.
So you have your own name on it, so you're
This is
part of I mean, okay, once you've created it,
Mhm.
how do you always keep it? I mean, does Glogster always keep this for
It's
you?
just a web-based
It's saved.
save on there.
Yeah.
It's saved on their thing?
On
you just-
theirs.
And if you forget your password, they ask questions, so you put it back in?
You probably just say forget password and they email it to you, or you just reset it or something. So I just,
Since I just lost mine, I couldn't get back into the blog.
I was like, has that happened recently?
It did, it happened yesterday, and I thought for
Well,
sure
there's
I'd
so many
remember it,
places.
and I tried several, and
Oh, I write everything down
Oh,
and have
I
it very
should, but-
public, but just because.
I
yeah.
just use the same one for everything.
well, I
try that
can't,
too.
because it doesn't always allow me, it's too short.
They say
Easy,
sometimes a
yeah.
certain amount of characters
Oh,
or
yeah.
numbers or
Well, that one-
symbols.
Then you
or-
just put it in 3 times.
See, and my name is so, you know, Jean Guy, so, because it's got the word guy in it, many people
Oh,
use that
sure.
as,
Okay, so to register,
Mhm.
I fill that all
Oh,
out.
look at you, yeah. That says for a free trial, so did you want to
So,
create an
no, I
actual
want to
thing?
create a thing, so, but I tried to
Free
sign
trial,
up.
so is that, does it cost them to join?
No. You click like educator or something,
Okay.
so like I
you
can,
start with free trial, or do you just go right to?
no, I just created my own. So then I put like sign up.
See, and then it did that.
Here, free version.
Oh, okay.
And-
Oh,
Free
so the
version.
free version is probably
Oh,
doesn't
so it is
have
that.
everything.
Oh, that is what you have, yeah.
Yeah,
What did
okay.
you
Yeah.
do, ED?
And then it says,
Is free version and free trial the same? Is it?
No,
Yeah.
or, I've been, Because it looks like you could purchase and probably get upscaled.
Yeah, I do
things,
get
like
off.
more. It's kind of like geocaching and stuff. You can do the free, or you can pay, and you have even more options.
Cool stuff.
Yeah,
But
see
since
how-
I never use
yeah.
all the cool stuff that's free, I
Anyway.
figured why buy
Up
it
here at
now?
the top, they give you, the pricey options, but then down at the bottom, in size 2
Wasn't
print,
that
they
something
say
else
free.
like Prezi or Inamoto also did that unless you had that free code thing? And we
Yeah.
always just use the free code and that, you get tons of things.
Yeah, because see, it says free version plus 30-day premium trial. So they're saying you'll get a premium for 30 days, but then you get the free version, whatever. So yeah.
So what else
So
you
you've
got?
used it longer than that, you're good to go.
Oh, huge.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you have to fill all that.
Where does it say that about the educational thing? I don't see that.
Oh, it's just down here.
Educator.
Free version plus 30-day premium trial. This here at the bottom.
Yeah, but does it keep then?
The 30-day trial is like a premium account, but you're still always going to get a free version. So it lasts more than 30 days. I've had it more than 30 days.
So
The
where
free
did-
version.
You didn't see any, I don't see anything about educators discount.
Well, this is all for educators. This is all for students and teachers. This whole website is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's all for educators and teachers.
But,
But you can do a lot with just the free version, so there's no reason to
well,
buy
I
it.
understand that, but I don't see why, what are they, what's the charges here for? What are we getting?
That's if you want to upgrade to a premium account, for then, it says having the students then covered under it too. So it says, are you going to have then 30 students or 125 students or 250 students? So that's giving you student access. So I think, if I'm reading this correctly, is that if you want your students to then be creating their own and have access, then it is paying.
Okay.
Whereas if it's just me as the teacher, then it is
So it's free for educators, like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Right. But if
Or they could maybe just use your info and create their own. Or does that,
or could they just use your account? And
yeah, that's what
create
I'm
it?
saying.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe that could be a way to,
Well, now,
Oh my gosh, you
What?
keep adding things to this. Like for every question, like in say country, and then it goes state, and it has drop down things as you're going, and it keeps adding things. But I'm finally to the bottom.
Mary Trent, you know anything about this?
she presented on it at.
Oh, she did? Okay, great. Because I'm gonna try to go to her session Saturday morning.
Okay, yeah, you can tell her that you went here.
Well, she'll know that. And I emailed her and you to see if we were still having this.
Mhm. Yeah, so then that's just what I clicked. So maybe your students, I don't know, to get around paying, maybe they could just use your account. I don't know. If
Well,
you-
it depends. I guess if you would want a whole class
Mhm.
to do it regularly, $39 a year would not be that big.
Oh my gosh, no.
Okay.
In the school.
But if you just, like in 6th grade, if we just want to throw that out as an option, then, like if I had an account and you had an account, they could just create something under one of our names.
Right.
And we would know it was theirs.
Well, but the main thing is right now we can look it for ourselves.
Right.
That's why.
Yeah. So, yeah, I've just used my own because I've been creating it for the students, for them
Right.
to explore. So far, they've just been using it through the link, so. Are you okay, or?
I'm still working
I
on it.
created my password. I used, when we had to sign up for the AEA the last time,
Do you
it
want to
didn't
see
accept,
here?
it didn't, yeah, I might as well take one. It didn't accept it the first time, and so then I added something to it because it was too short. Then I added something to it, and then they had that thing where they rank it as far as how safe it is.
Oh, yeah.
So then I put a couple of letters as caps, so I have a mixture of lowercase, uppercase, and numbers. And that one, it wasn't the highest ranking security level, but it was pretty high. I thought, okay, this is good, I'm using this one now for everything.
Oh, okay.
Well,
and it's easy for me to remember.
Yep, so then there's ones that other people have done that you can look at as like inspiration or news for kids or. Well, yeah, sort by.
Do we still have inspiration?
Well, up here you can
Oh, there you
put
go.
discipline
Oh,
or
okay,
subject.
yeah.
Sorry?
Do we still have the inspiration that we used to?
I'm trying to think. Look at that, adverbs, figurative language. Cool stuff.
Hard to speak.
Oh, which one of you has carrot fever? Okay, I've got, it was really cute, because for the second graders are doing this unit on, with me on history of numbers. And so one of the sections in it was about the Mayan. And so Casey said, my sister's doing a project on Mayan.
There you go.
Yeah, I know, I should bring this over so she can have it.
Good idea.
There you go.
Well, I think I'm gonna go home before
Yeah, well, thanks for
before I have to unearth my card again.
I know it.
It took me like 20 minutes.
It's